easy to kind of look back at your wedding and realize that, you know what, the confident woman you once were is not always the confident wife that you are now. But before I get into all that, let me welcome you back to my channel. My name is Ayanna, and this is Beyond Committed, where we talk about everything from life, faith, family, marriage, motherhood, and everything in between, and we take them beyond. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I'm so glad you stopped by. And to make sure you're not a stranger, make sure you press that subscribe button below and then turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. All right, now let's dive right in. Now, I can remember my wedding. It was an awesome time. We decided to have a destination wedding. Well, no, let me take that back. I decided I wanted a destination wedding, and my husband Eric loved me enough to kind of just co-sign, so we had a destination wedding, and it was amazing. 60 of our closest friends and family traveled with us in the middle of the winter to Jamaica to enjoy sand and surf and love and just to celebrate our new union, our merging of families, and it was a fun experience. And I can remember even for our honeymoon, because we stayed at the same resort, it was like an all-inclusive resort, our family and friends stayed too. A lot of them kind of stayed with us for the week after we got married. It was a blast. Yes, we had our own, couple alone kind of married people time, but we had fun with our family and friends. We went on excursions. We had dinners. We kind of did all the things. It was a really good time to kind of build up my confidence as a wife, because this was new to me. I didn't know anything about marriage. I wasn't sure how this was going to look, how we were supposed to operate, what a wife was supposed to do or not to do, and all of those things. I had a lot of ideas, but before you kind of get into a thing, you don't really know what it is until you're all the way in it. And that's really what a lot of wife life is. That's a lot of marriage. It's like you can get these tools and these tips and all of that, but until you're kind of walking it out, until you're kind of in the thick of it, it's kind of hard to describe, or kind of hard to know how you're going to navigate something. So that was a really important time for us to kind of just be poured into, to love on. So I was confident, okay, I know I didn't know all the things. I know that I couldn't determine what it was going to look like, or even how I wanted our marriage to truly look 5 years from then, 10 years from then. But I knew the basis. I knew we wanted to make sure that our relationship and foundation was centered on God. And we're like, if we stayed there and allowed God to show us and build on that, and allowed our family and friends to pour into us, then we're like, okay, we may not know all the things, but we can work this out. But over time, and life happens, that confidence has taken some hits. It has been hard. There's been seasons to where I'm not sure, am I even doing this right? And I know I'm not the only wife who has that. There have been moments to where I'm like, okay, yes, I'm committed to this thing. This is a death do you part thing. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more about, okay, how do I confidently do this? How am I to be the wife my husband needs? How am I to be the wife that is going to help to nurture and care for our marriage? And then to be a good example for my daughters for what a wife should look like, what a wife should do, what a wife shouldn't do, all those things. And it's so easy to look around and kind of get off track and feel like, okay, I'm not as confident as I should be, or as confident as I want to be. So over the last few years, I've discovered there's 3 things that every wife should have in her toolbox when, that confidence takes a little dive. All right, number 1 is, remember, you're the treasure, you're the prize. Now, this is so easy to forget as wives, because in the midst of trying to do and be all the things, in the midst of trying to provide for the needs, the wants, and the desires of our husband, be their biggest cheerleader, supporter, respect them, care for them, submit, all of those things that we're called to do as wives, sometimes we're just lost in the midst of it, just doing the things and not really confidently doing the things. We're just kind of walking them out, not in a way that, okay, I am trusting and believing and walking this in confidence. I'm kind of just going through the motions. And that's not something that we want to do, because we often lose sight of, who we are in the midst of it. So it's so important to make sure we remember that you're a treasure. You're the prize. Your husband loves and cares and supports you in so many ways that it's so important that you remember that. And one way that I always always help to remind me whenever I forget that is looking to the word, because I mean, God gives us direction and guidance and care within his word. Now, everyone has heard of, read, or at least had somebody tell them about the Proverbs 31 woman. I mean, she is amazing. I mean, she does all the things. She's married, has kids, runs a house, runs a business, gets up before everybody else, cooks the food, makes the clothes. I mean, she does all the things. And it's easy to like think that, okay, I can't do all the things, or should I even be doing all the things? God gives us all different seasons and different points to do whatever the things he's calling you to do. So it's so important not to get caught up in, okay, am I doing all the things? Am I completing the Proverbs 31 woman? Or am I doing and being what God is calling me to be right now? While remembering that I'm the treasure, I'm the prize. So to help you remember that, because I need that reminder myself at times. And that is verse 10 of Proverbs 31. And it reminds us that she is more precious than rubies. And yes, you are she. You are more precious than rubies. You are a treasure to your husband. You are a treasure to your home. So whenever you're a little unsure, whenever your confidence as a wife takes a little hit, remember that you're the treasure, you're the prize. And although everything may not be going as you want, although you're not sure about what the next step is, with God there helping you along the way and remembering that you're the treasure, you got this, you can do this. All right, number 2, remember that you are the perfect fit for your marriage. Now, this is so important to remember when your confidence takes a hit, because it is so easy to get caught up into looking at social media, TV, movies, and all of these things that provide us sometimes real life or not so real life glimpses into other people's lives and relationships. And then we can get caught up into comparing ourselves to them. And whenever you compare yourself to someone else, 9 times out of 10, you're at the losing end of that comparison. And we can't do that. You can't do that to yourself, especially as a wife, because you are the unique and perfect fit for your marriage, for your husband, and just like the next wife is the perfect and unique fit for hers. And it's so important that, yes, we take tips and tools and get encouragement and find new ways and better ways to do things as women, as wives, from other wives and from their marriages and things like that. But we can't get caught up in the comparison. We can't get caught up in wanting our marriage to look like that, wanting us to be a wife like that, or wanting our husband to be a husband like that. Because remember that although you see a lot of things on social media, and you may see a lot of pictures of somebody's life or their marriage, we don't see it all. So it's so important that we remember that in spite of all the things that we think we may not be, or all the things that we wish we were more of, we are the perfect fit for our marriage. And yes, there is ways that you can grow and learn and do better, but you're still the best fit for the husband that you got. All right, number 3 is remember to build and nurture your village, because just like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to be a confident wife. Now, we are not supposed to do this alone. You need other confident, healthy, loving, encouraging, cheering, inspiring women around you that love you, that care for you, that see the real you, that you allow to see the real you, that you can express those moments of, okay, I'm not as confident as I want to be. I'm not as confident as I once was. Those moments to where, okay, I'm feeling less than, or you're not remembering that you're a treasure, or you're thinking you might not be the right fit, or you might not be the best fit right now in your marriage, but they're there to remind you, to encourage you, to uplift you. That village is there to show you that, okay, you may not be all the things you want to be right now. You may not be exactly where you want to be in your life as a wife, or even within your marriage, because we all go through different things. We all are growing and changing. And the wife you were 5 years ago is not the wife you were now, and the wife you will be 5 years from now. So it's so important that we have that village that loves us, that encourages us, that we can lean on and rely on when, sometimes our confidence takes a little hit, but they're there to pick us up, love on us, and show us that, you're a lot more confident than you think. All right, that's it for today. And I want to know, what causes your confidence as a wife to slip? Let me know in the comment box below, because I want to encourage you, because here at Beyond Committed, we are a village here to encourage, to inspire, so that we can all live clear, confident, and connected lives that we take beyond. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to press the subscribe button and then turn your notifications so you don't miss a video. All right, now, until I see you again, bye.